It sounds like Drake was ready to do whatever it takes to get his iconic Degrassi character Jimmy out of his wheelchair, and it ruffled quite a few feathers behind the scenes. Let's get into it.
In honor of the 20th anniversary of the first episode of Degrassi The Next Generation airing, the AV Club sat down with cast, writers, and crew to learn more about what went down behind the scenes of the iconic show, and they did not hold back. Former Degrassi writer James Hurst alleged that Drake, born Aubrey Graham, threatened to take legal action in order to get his character Jimmy, who was confined to a wheelchair after he was shot in a school shooting episode, on his feet again. He explained, "There was a letter from a law firm in Toronto, and it was from Aubrey. It was an odd letter that said, Aubrey Graham will not return to Degrassi Season 6 as Jimmy Brooks unless his injury is healed and he's out of the wheelchair. I said, get him down here. He came in and was like, what letter? I don't know about that." Talk about awkward. However, the reasons behind Drake wanting to get Jimmy out of the wheelchair were certainly something. James continued, "And I said, all right, I understand, but how do you feel about the wheelchair?" He's like, "All my friends in the rap game say I'm soft because I'm in a wheelchair." What? James politely reframed Drake's thinking with one big point, saying, "Tell your friends in the rap game that you got shot. How much harder can you get? You got shot and you're in a wheelchair." After this conversation, Drizzy allegedly got back on board and was super apologetic. James said, "He instantly backed down. I was very passionate about it, and I said, Aubrey, there's some kid somewhere in a wheelchair who's completely ignored, who's never on television, never gets represented. I need you to represent this person. You're the coolest kid on the show, and you can say there's nothing wrong with being in a wheelchair." Wow, that's quite the revelation from James. Others in the roundtable also noted that some of Drake's apprehension with the wheelchair might have actually stemmed from struggling physically with acting while confined to it. The iconic Paige Michaelchuk, aka actress Lauren Collins, explained further, saying, "It was really hard for him," adding, "I definitely have a few memories of him toppling the chair over and falling off of makeshift ramps that they'd constructed for him." While stating that she didn't want to put words into anyone's mouth, Lauren added, "I think Aubrey probably struggled with the idea that he was one of two black characters on the show and that he was the one who was winding up shot and in a wheelchair, which obviously is part of a much larger conversation." A great point that was developed even further by Shane Kipple, who played Spinner Mason. He said, "There's the apprehension of having your character confined to a wheelchair, or not even feeling like it's right to be portraying someone who is confined to a wheelchair if you're fully abled yourself." Eventually, Drake got exactly what he allegedly wanted for Jimmy, and his character got back on his feet, and it definitely was part of a much larger conversation. Actor Stephen Brogren, who played Snake Simpson and directed some episodes of the show, explained, "There was always a conversation. Is there a surgery that Jimmy can have? Can we somehow get him out of this?" The idea was played with a lot. In the end, we started having him getting up on his feet and walking with crutches. If these alleged stories are 100% true, then Drake's rap friends eventually ran out of Degrassi-related reasons to call him soft. And with all of Drake's musical success, I don't think he would care too much about it anymore.
And speaking of iconic characters, click right over here to see what Tom Holland had to say about his future as Spider-Man. After that, let me know your thoughts on everything Drake allegedly did behind the scenes to get Jimmy out of his wheelchair in the comments section below. I'm your host, Susan Morad. You can find me on socials at Susan_Morad. I'll catch you later. Bye guys.